Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Greg Biffle's Oreo Ford from 2003. This is a Team Caliber Preferred diecast, so you have your Team Caliber Preferred box. Made out of 4,020 of these things. This is back in the day when a random one-off Busch Series car can get 4,000 made. But anyways, Team Caliber Preferred got some of the features of the diecast. Team Caliber Preferred, Greg Biffle Oreo. Some more features of the diecast. Same stuff, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here we have the car itself. Greg raced this at the Charlotte race in May. After winning the championship in 2002, he came back for some races in 2003. But if for somehow you haven't heard, Greg Biffle just tragically lost his life in a plane crash alongside his entire family a few days ago. Really sad. Greg Biffle was such a great guy. Like, all the stuff he was doing when there was all the flooding and all, like, the natural disasters, and he was, like, flying his plane around, giving them, like, support and rescuing people, and just such a great guy. And to just have his life taken away like that with his entire family is so tragic. So I was like, the day of or the next day, like, when I uploaded a video, somebody was immediately like, can you review Michael, Annette, and Greg Biffle diecast? And I said no because I thought I reviewed everything I had for them, but turns out I did have this still, and for some reason I never reviewed this. This car was basically to promote the Oreos, which, if you do not know what those are, they were basically reverse Oreos back in the day. They had a whole little fun commercial and everything where their production line, like, the button got hit and it, like, reversed it, or, like, it screwed up the production line, and instead it was basically a vanilla cream cookie with a chocolate cream filling. Basically, the golden Oreos that are around today with a chocolate filling, they occasionally bring them back just as that, like chocolate-filled golden Oreos, but I don't think they're around right now. But really, at the time, it was one of the very first different flavors of Oreo. Like, that was back in the day when, like, your Oreo selection was, like, Oreos, double stuff Oreos, and then you had, like, the, orange cream for Halloween, the red cream for Christmas, etc. Like, there wasn't, like, 100 different flavors like there is nowadays, where every month there's 5 new flavors and then, like, 7 new celebrity collaborations and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's do a quick 360 of the car. I didn't think I was going to be reviewing anything else because right now, do not buy any Greg Biffle or Michael Annette diecast, because the scummiest people in the world have now jacked up the prices. There's, like, cars for Greg Biffle that were, like, $20 cars a week ago, and now trying to milk off his death are like $300, $400 cars. It is sickening. Those scumbags, do not give them your money. Like, trying to profit off somebody's tragic death is so scumbaggy. Like, that pisses me off. As you can, but whatever. Let's just get back to the car. Anyways, on the hood you have Oreo. You have the chef looking surprised. You see cream sandwich cookie with chocolate cream. Got Ford Taurus number 9, Roush Racing. Down the side you have Oreo with the chef again. You have Nilla Wafers, Tombstone Pizza, Kraft Singles, Miracle Whip, Oscar Mayer, and Planters Peanuts. Back here you have Kraft Velveeta Shells and Cheese, as well as Ritz Crackers. Got Kraft Dips on the C post. On the B post, you have Ford 100 Years, Kraft, Nutter Butter, and the American flag. You have Greg Biffle's signature there. It's neat to see his original signature because he obviously changed it to something else a little bit later. It's more the signature people know nowadays, but that was his original signature. Guess because it's an Oreo car, it doesn't have, like, Busch Series or any of this stuff, because they probably assumed kids were going to want this car, so they just got rid of the alcohol stuff. On the back, you have Maxwell House number 9 and Ford. Got Kraft Deluxe Macaroni Cheese Dinner. Nothing on the roof back then, obviously. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. Wants to open. Come on, there you go. There's the inner side of the hood if you want to see that. Got that old school, really nice looking Team Caliber engine detail. Deck lid, of course, does open, and the roof flaps also do open on these old preferred cars. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. Really cool paint scheme. It is kind of funny that this is like, this looks a little more like a regular Oreo. You have like the blue, the white, with then the red for the O part, which I think that the packaging was pretty much a normal packaging, but It's kind of funny that there's like not even a photo of the, a Oreo cookie on the car anywhere or anything to like show what it is, because you would just look at this car and think it's a regular Oreo. But like I said, if you've never seen some of the commercials for the Oreos, go check them out because they're quite entertaining. Like I said, as far as I'm aware, they're not around currently. Like I said, they come back every once in a while, but I haven't seen them in a few years, so I don't think they're currently around where you can get the golden Oreos with the chocolate cream filling, but they're pretty good. Like I said, it was definitely a fun thing back in the day, but Greg Biffle ran Oreo cars a couple times. I remember I think it was like 2007, he ran like a double stuff Oreo car. It was like a 27 car. So Oreo stuck around them for a while. I just thought that both Greg Biffle and Michael Annett both did run Oreo cars. But I have his Oreo car. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it back in the day. Michael Annett's anyways. But yeah, it is definitely really just sad that Greg Biffle's gone now. Greg Biffle was legitimately the very first driver I ever met in person. He randomly came to a barbecue place that was like 20 minutes away from my house back in the day. That was back in like 2008, I think. I was watching the, was it NASCAR Now? Was that what it was called? There was like the ESPN NASCAR News nightly show. And at the very end of the show, they're like, and tomorrow we're going to speak to Greg Biffle from Sticky Lips Barbecue in Rochester, New York. And I was like, wait, what? So I said it was like where I used to live at the time. It was like 20 minutes away. So my family went there for dinner that night and did find Greg Biffle. Talked to him. I think he signed it was a nationwide series, like generic promo, because I didn't have any Greg Biffle cars at the time. I don't even think I still have that car, but got an autograph, got to talk with Biffle, got some photos. Was a really nice guy. He was just there. I think they were like testing at Watkins Glen or something, and that's why he was there. But it was just out of nowhere that just like randomly heard like he's gonna be in Rochester, New York tomorrow. I was like, which even going there was probably like, who knows if they recorded that earlier. And it was like the fact we even got there at the right time and actually did see him was crazy. But oh well. Anyways, if you want this card, it's not too hard to get, but it's actually a little bit rare than some of the other like Old Dale Jr. Oreo cars from the same time. But like I said, every single Greg Biffle car is now just jacked up the price, no matter how worthless the car was a week ago, which is just absolutely sickening. Those people are scumbags, and they should feel like scumbags. Anyways, remember, for other Diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go do that if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Greg Biffle's Oreo Ford from 2003. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.